Hello my YouTube friends, today we are going to look at PLC programming, and we're using LOGIX PRO, and we're going to look at how to open the door using LOGIX PRO, which uses Allen Bradley PLCs.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Okay, so now when you look at the door here, it's got already installed addresses to read, which we can simply pick. And we're using our run here. So we pick our XIC, which is examine if closed. And then what we want to do is insert in this run what we expect. So we expect the address here for opening to be inserted there. And then for that address, we use the first this we're using this address as the stop, so we can stop the button, stop the operation, which is very important in every wiring that you're doing. And then we're going to use our extension here to ensure that we have the motor, which is forward direction, to be or in short, like a holding on contact. So we want to create a holding on contact where we can have the motor running without disturbances once the start, which is here, is done its job. Okay, so this is for the upper section. So it's just to drive the motor to open so that the gate can open up. But again, we've got the limit switches which we have to consider. So we have to incorporate the limit switches. In this case, we're looking at the upper limit switch, because when the motor reaches the upper limit switch, it should cut using the limit switch. And for that reason, the forward running of the motor will stop. Then we go on to look at what we've done so far. So we can upload and test if it's going to run to open up. Okay, so we've done our first section. We can open the door. As you can see, we've got okay, our stop is working, and we can continue to open the door until it reaches the limit switch. So we have to wait and see if our limit switch is operational and if we've wired our limit switch correctly. So in this case, what we have is an examine if closed option for the limit switch. And as you can see, let's wait and see. There, it works. So our limit switch is working correctly. So we now have to go and see if we can complete the circuit to be able to close the gate. So we create another run. Similarly, the way we started, we start with the stop button, because every circuit has to be have an isolation circuit. So, and then we have to have now the same address for closing now. We put the address for closing, and then we have to extend. Okay, we put the address for the motor going down. That is where our motor is going to be. I'm just renaming it. So that's the motor to run downwards. Of course, we rename that to close. Then we extend the holding on contact, which is going to have the same address as the motor running down. Okay, then now we have to incorporate the lower limit switch. And in this case, our lower limit switch is going to be an XIO, which is examine if open. This implies that once the gate hits that, it's going to click and open the limit switch, which when examined is going to turn its bit to 0. So in that case, it's going to close. Okay, let's load and see our circuit is working. So it's able to open and close. I've indicated, if you can see from the circuit, I've added the circuit indicator lights for the indicator lights. So we have all the indicator lights working. I think that has to be corrected. What is supposed to just work in this case is just AJAR. Whenever the motor is opening and closing. And then when it opens complete, that's when the light comes on for open and the light for closing. Okay, so there the indicator light shows it's, let me correct that. So we have to make sure the addresses are correct. Okay, so we make this correction here, and then we test. So we have to load the program to the PLC, and then we again test it. So we go to run, and there it's indicating now that the gate is open. So when we press the close on the AJR light should indicate that the motor is running. And the moment it reaches the bottom to hit the lower limit switch, then the indicator light should come on to show that the gate is closed. So let's wait and see as we get down that gate, and we're almost there. Let's observe the indicator lights. Okay, there you go. Now you can see that that works well, and it's showing what it's supposed to. Okay, don't forget to subscribe for more. Hit the subscribe button, just showing it, opening it again. So my viewers, I want you to subscribe, hit the bell, and you view more of my content. There we go. The gate is opening, so the circuit is working fine. For my students and those interested, you can try this on with your LOGIX PRO and test this circuit. Okay, simply testing the circuit. So there's the interlock that we've added in here. So as the motor is running downwards, if you press upwards, it will not work because of the electrical interlock that is in there. So you've got the auxiliary contact for the motor in the first rung. For the auxiliary contact for going down, it's in the first rung for going up, and the opposite is done. So that creates an electrical interlock. Perfect. There you go. My dear friends, thank you for watching this channel. Subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you. Have a good day.